best you be a gentleman and you watch what you say. For Jesus Christ can't save you. Won't you go against the grain?
Yo, no more freestyles and verses killing Sticky and Job. I'm moving on now. I got bigger fish to fry. Since I done robbed, a lot of niggas been naming names. Monkey see, monkey do. I done changed the game. Still niggas acting like I don't get down with something. Like I ain't the next nigga to wear the crown or something. You gonna talk about your tits that we running your crib. Then you gonna ask dumb questions like, can I live? Look, if I shoot you, I'm famous. If you shoot me, you're brainless. You said it yourself. I'm slick enough to twist your lines and send them back at you. Swift enough to snatch the Mac and pop that at you. Take it personal. See if I won't send you to hell. I done told Tony Pope they better have my bail. But if it's over a mil, don't put the crib up, done. Cause if 50 get free, nigga, 50 gon' run.
It's best you be a gentleman and you watch what you say. For Jesus Christ can't save you. Once you go against the grain. It's best you be a gentleman and you watch what you say. For Jesus Christ can't save you. Once you go against the grain.
Look, I'm supposed to be cocky, I ain't pro no more. I ain't gotta steal from the corner store no more. Got my own crib, I ain't sleeping on the floor no more. Bouncers don't try to play me at the door no more. But when they see me, they say search him, he might have the nine. He might shoot this motherfucker up like John. It's been a while since a new nigga came tight like this. Your man, he aight, but he ain't quite like this. Niggas is feeling it. The Benz pulling up on the set. Me jumping out 30 down my neck. That shit you said wasn't nothing to sweat. But you was out of line, so here's what you get. A verbal ass kicking, Jesus Christ sent me to test ya. Let's see how reacts under pressure. To Machiavelli returns, all eyes on me. Till the feds fill a case, so fine pies on me.
It's best you be a gentleman and you watch what you say. For Jesus Christ can't save you once you go against the grain. It's best you be a gentleman and you watch what you say. For Jesus Christ can't save you once you go against the grain.
It's gangsta. 2000 shit. Yo, you know what y'all need to do? Get together. Make a We Are the World record. Faggot ass niggas.
Whatever this delusion is that you guys will ever be able to compete with me, let go of it. Salute, MobTube. How's everybody doing today? We got 53 people. That's all right. I did not schedule this show, as you guys know. I was at a crossroads. I said, do I want to go out now, or do I want to do a show now, then go out, then come home and do another show? So obviously, I chose the latter. You know, that's what I decided. So here I am. Let me see. Let me do some shout outs. We're going to freestyle this one today. I don't know exactly what I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to start out with Mold Man. Miss Can't Be Wrong, Mustache Pete, Jesse Roth, War, D. Gainey. D. Gainey, you're a trip, bro. D. Gainey loved that one. Can't get over that fucked up message. Sheesh. I'm going to start over now. Miss Can't Be Wrong, Mustache Pete, Jesse Roth, War, D. Gainey, Michael Hensley, we love you too, my friend. Edward Everett, Bobby Berberian, Ayo, Joe Root. Let me see here. Antonino, hello, my good friend. Glad to see you today, as always. Brooklyn, nice to see you. Bear Pussy, how it is. I mean, what it is. Sorry, I fucked that up. Let's see. Merry Christmas. No, but that's a dope-ass sample, right? That beat, yeah. I love that song. Let's see. Angry Santa already. Crypto Crotch, what's up, bro? Ginny, 10 pounds. And Ginny said, early match. Now, as you guys know, Ginny is one of the biggest sponsors of this show. Therefore, she makes the rules along with the other board members. And she said match, therefore you have to match. I'm sorry. I apologize. If I could change things around, I would. If I could bend the rules for you, I would. But I can't. So you have to do as Jenny says. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jenny. What do we got over here? Michael Hensley, 1999, matched twice. Love you, brother. Oh, thank you, bro. Love you too. See, Jenny, you just made me $20. That's awesome. Thank you, guys. Dixie Lee Ranch. Hey, good to see you. Memo. Oh, all right, Jesse. Lucky Luciano. Paul Atkinson. Let me see. Blacks. FBS, what do you think of Dax? I think he's serious. What do you mean serious? I mean, he's dope. He's fucking an amazing lyricist. I listened to that Still DRE remix he did, if you want to call it a remix, cover, whatever, all the time. That shit is dope. Yeah, he's a beast. He's a fucking beast. What else? All right. Well, you know what? Fuck Tony Pizza for now. I want to start off with some fairly good news. Well, you never know what's good news and what isn't. But I think, as of right now, it looks promising, okay? I'm hesitant about coming on here and telling you guys about these things because of how the LVAD went. We thought that was a possibility, something that my mom would want and something that might help her, and then my mom decided against it. So I am hesitant to tell you guys about these new things just in case they don't work out. But you know what? I want to share what might be some very, very good news. As you can see, this is a message I woke up to. You see my mom sent that. I don't know if you could see for some reason, some of my messages come through twice. It says fantastic, great, wonderful, amazing news. It says it twice. And above that, it says Excella Health, first in, blah, blah, blah. Now, I'll tell you what that's about. And the Excella Health one, I actually sent her last night. Thanks to my man DJ Kaz, who's been looking out for us this whole time. Yesterday, I told you guys about this Barostim thing. Remember, I told you there's a handful of doctors, at least I thought there was, and they were in Texas, South Carolina, Orlando, and we thought, no problem. I told my mom, I'll take you to Orlando if you can get it. No issue at all. We'll fly there, whatever, drive, whatever you want to do. Well, last night I look at my texts, and my man DJ Kaz, who, by the way, is the one that informed me about the Barostim. I didn't even know that thing existed, which is why I just might sue all of our doctors. Let me take a sip here. Thank you, Casey Robinson. I feel like I don't see you at all anymore. Thank you very much. Yeah, well, I got some good news. Maybe you'll like this, Casey. So last night I look at my text and I see that, Kaz sent me a couple of other places that do the Barostim. There's Lenox Hill Hospital. There's, what the fuck was the other one? Lenox Hill. Hackensack, New Jersey, of course, and Greensburg, Pennsylvania. They do the Barostim at these, hospitals, whatever. So I said, oh, shit, that's even better because it's closer and maybe we can get you in sooner. So the Greensburg one is actually, I think it's near Pittsburgh. It's 3 hours and fucking 20 minutes or something like that from here. Hackensack is a little bit closer, but either way, it's good news. It's a lot closer than Orlando or South Carolina or Texas. So, calm down, Rusty. There's somebody outside getting out of a car, and he's going apeshit. So my mom got a call from that. She was very, very happy about that. finding out about the Greensburg one and the Hackensack one and all that. Very, very happy. Well, today she got a call from the coordinator this morning. Coordinator. Wow, you're a fucking moron, Chris. Coordinator of this, Barristan thing, whatever. And that person told my mom that they do these things at a bear pushing. You're a nut. They told my mom that they actually perform this surgery and implant this device in Hershey Medical Center. Oh, yeah. Hershey Medical Center, which I think is, I don't know, somewhere around 30, 40 minutes from my fucking house. So that's excellent news. So, of course, she had to check with her insurance, make sure her deductible's covered for the year, all that. It is. That's more good news. And hopefully she can get this thing. Now, here's the part that worries me. They said they have to examine her and find out if she is really in the end stage of heart failure, stage 4. Okay? If she's in stage 4, they can't give it to her. That's the one thing that has me nervous as a motherfucker, because although I don't, necessarily think my mom is going to die, immediately, I do think she's in stage 4. I mean, I have reasons to believe that, even though when you look up stage 4, she doesn't suffer from those symptoms. A couple, like 2, but there's a list of like 6 or 7, and the rest she doesn't suffer from. So I don't know what to say about that, but they told her basically over the phone, they got to make sure if she can breathe sitting up and if she can breathe in motion, moving around. Now, breathing sitting up is no problem. Me and my mom, and I know it's funny because she's right upstairs. I'm down here most of the time. We'll have a phone conversation for like 3 fucking hours, and my mom will talk and talk and talk and not run out of breath. Okay, and she's sitting up. That's good. Although, what my mom is afraid of is that when they see her walk in the office, that's going to be it. They're going to say no, because my mom cannot walk well. She can walk, and she walks better now than she did before the ablation, but it's still not easy for her. She has to, she still has to stop from time to time and catch her breath. So I don't know how the fuck that's going to go with this doctor. I'll tell you what, if they tell me they can't do it, I think that's it for me. I think I'm going to lose my fucking mind, because this I'm very, very hopeful for, and so is she. And I told her, listen, don't get your hopes up just in case, prepare for the worst, expect the best. So I think that's what she's doing. But how can you not get your hopes up? This thing, look it up, Barostim, Barostim. It's an amazing device. That what did it say exactly? I forget the exact words when I looked it up. It helps you avoid certain heart failure symptoms, worsening of heart failure, and death from heart failure. Okay, and it's got a great fucking track record. It was approved by the FDA with flying fucking colors. Okay, that's a thing. I forget the exact words I read. Let's see. Motherfucker. I gotta find exactly how I Googled it earlier. This one just says the U.S. Food and Drug Administration today approved the Barostim Neo system for the improvement of symptoms in patients with advanced congestive heart failure. That's August 16th, 2019. But there's another one that said it had I forget the exact words. Anyway, you get my point. It's not some bullshit thing, that some quack is going to fucking put inside you, and then it doesn't do anything. It's had real results with many, many people. So I am thrilled about the possibility of this. I'm just scared that they're going to turn her down for it. And Monday, we have an appointment with our nurse practitioner, which I am attending. Okay, she actually wants me to be there. And I think a little bit of FBS is going to come out of me while I'm there because I want to fucking know. If this thing got approved by the FDA, I thought it was 2020. This thing says 2019. Maybe it wasn't put on the market till 2020. I don't know. But if this thing has been out that long, why the fuck didn't any of our doctors tell us? Why? I want to know. Let me tell you something. In 2020, I believe, my fucking chair. In 20, when did I have the, okay, I had the PVC ablation. I think that was 2019. But at that point, I had 30% heart function. So if it was out then, they should have said something to me as well. I really think they didn't tell us about this simply because WellSpan doesn't have any doctors that perform this, surgery, implant these devices. And there's no money in it for them. And the LVAD, you know what? I looked it up. I was talking to my mom earlier. I was looking up all the costs. It says for the first 6 years, it cost about the cost over 6 years for the LVAD, meaning all the fucking, aftercare visits, the constant being monitored, all that shit, is $765,000 over 6 years. So, gee, I wonder why they want her to get that. Anyway, I don't want to bore you guys with that shit. I just wanted to tell you because this is possibly very, very good news. And I owe it all to fucking DJ Kaz because we have a team of doctors who never informed us about this. And he did, so what a guy, that he even cares that much. I love that dude. All right, let me read some shit. Antonino, $10 matched. Thank you, Antonino, very much, my good friend. Midwest Mafia Productions, $5 super sticker. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, let me read some comments and we'll move on with Mold Man. I was going to try to do a fucking Mold Man thumbnail, but I lost interest after about 10 minutes of starting it. A big fucking Mold Man chasing Tony Pizza out of his apartment. I thought it would be fucking hilarious. I listened to one of Joey Dime's videos earlier, and I'm like, this is amazing. It's amazing. So basically, I'll get into what exactly happened, why Tony's doing this. And of course, it's about money, but I'll explain, in my opinion, why he's doing this specific thing rather than just saying the same old, if you don't pay the rent, I'm out by Tuesday, that horse shit. Kaz is a great guy, man. So glad to hear something positive. Thoughts and prayers, Mrs. FBS. Thank you so much, Mrs. FBS. I think that would be a shout out. Let me get down here. Midwest Mafia Productions. Hey, FBS and chat, just checking in, heading to work. Hoping things are okay with your mom, my friend. Thank you, bro. Well, she's feeling well today, and she's very, very happy. Tony Silo, well, if your theory is correct, scammed him for what? I didn't collect any money based on the fact that my mom is sick. So scammed him for what? See, that's where you guys lose with that theory. You got to have a motive for the scam. Like when SoFlo said that his relationship broke up and he was staying in a hotel, he made money off of it. Made a lot of money off of it. Okay. When Pizza says that Leon was in the animal hospital, he made a lot of fucking money off of it. Every week when he says he's going to be evicted or he doesn't have the rent money, he makes a lot of money off of it. You name a scam, I could tell you where the motive is. And if there's no motive, there's no scam. So you would have a reason to say that, I guess, if you saw me come on here and say, guys, my mom is sick and we need money. If we don't get X amount of dollars by whenever, she's not going to make it. Or even if I just came on and said, yeah, guys, if you could donate because of this horrible situation, you know what I'm saying? then you might have a point. But that's one of the main reasons that I made it clear to people that if you are donating, please donate based only on the fact you're enjoying the show, not on this, because I said probably 10 times in the last little over 2 weeks since my mom got this news that money is not going to help my mother in this situation. It's not. Even now with this Barostim, it's covered. Her insurance covers it. You know what I'm saying? So you guys can't win on that one. It's never going to work. You know what I mean? Besides, I have my mom come down and talk to you guys right now. I'll play you recordings of us talking about this shit. I just showed you text messages. I'll show you more. I don't give a fuck. I'll provide receipts no matter what. I always do. But I'm not going to put my mom on display for you guys to fucking, abuse and ridicule and all that shit and use as some sort of fucking whatever, material for your stupid fucking show. I'm not going to do that. At some point, I might have her come on for a little bit, okay? But I'm not going to have her come on just to prove something to the likes of you or Tony fucking Pizza or Tony Sofa. I don't give a fuck if you believe me or not. I couldn't, honestly, it doesn't matter. My main priority is my mom surviving. You don't believe me? Fuck off. I don't care. But again, there's no motive for it. What did I get out of it? Yeah, a couple of people donated, very, very, very generous donation, so I could have a few days off, stuff like that. But I didn't ask for that, and they that was very, very kind of them, and it did buy me some time off, and it helped me. But I lost money. Trust me when I tell you, I lost money throughout this whole thing, and I'm still losing money because I don't have it in me to do 2 shows a day every day, and I don't have it in me to just come on here and tear people apart every day. There's a couple of people that will not stop fucking with me that I'll address just because of that fact. But you haven't heard me speak about Angel or Lee Cole or Tony Silo or Matty Marinara, or those guys, or Stand Up Guy, or, they're not bothering me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only people I'm going to address, especially while this is going on and I'm trying to stay in a positive state of mind and as stress-free as possible. The only people I'm going to address are the people who just won't stop, even during this horrible thing that's happening in my life, and my mother's life, and my family's lives. You understand? So that's it. It'll never work with me. You're never going to catch me scamming anyone. You never have. You never will. And especially with this, you can all go fuck yourselves, okay? I'm the only real family man on this entire goddamn fucking platform, okay? Name one other one. Name somebody on here who's still somewhat raising kids or taking care of an elderly fucking parent or, shit. Name me 3 MobTube content creators who are even married. Who's married on here? I'm married. Stand Up Guy's married. Angel's married. Who else? I can't think of a single one. I mean, unless you want to consider Joe Bay 8th married. But I don't think you would. So, you're talking to the wrong guy. This audience knows me well. They've known me for over 2 years. And they know how much I love and care about my mother. And my family as a whole. So, keep trying. Maybe one day you'll, I don't know. Maybe one day you'll have something somewhat convincing. What did I just get? Another fat bald Italian. I'm donating to the entertainment, but we'll still say a prayer for her. God bless. Thank you, bro. Yeah, you know what? After that conversation, I said this yesterday with her and Don yesterday. Even more so. I realize how much the prayers are appreciated by her. She and trust me, I appreciate them too. I just don't believe in them, but I appreciate the fact that all of these people are praying for my mother. In this time, I seriously do during this time. It's a horrible fucking situation. I don't know. I guess I'm just hoping for a positive outcome. If she believes the prayers help her, then yeah, I'd love for you guys to keep sending them. Definitely. Danny Green, $10 match. Let's go. Oh shit, Danny Green, $10 match. Now, as you know, Danny Green is one of the biggest sponsors of this show. Therefore, when he says match, you must match, and that is it. That's the rules. There's nothing I could do to change that. Thank you, Danny Green. Sally, $10. There you go. She matched. Thank you, Sally. Danny Green, $10. Matched myself. Let's go. Let's get this money up. Thank you, Danny. Yeah, I could use it. I appreciate that. So anyway, let's get on to Mold Man. Well, let me read some comments first because I keep fucking getting caught up and then, not doing that. Yeah, Chris, it can be. I don't want to listen. I don't want to get my hopes up because this. If they would have said, "Yeah, you're a candidate," like the night before, she took a little online questionnaire thing, and it said she qualifies. But now, they're worried about her breathing, sitting up, and breathing in motion, and that fucking scares me. Sitting up, she's fine. Which is another thing that is so confusing about this, because end-stage heart failure says that you can't breathe sitting up. So I don't think. But anyway, she can do that. It's just that if they see, how the breath she is walking, then they could say no. Let's just hope that doesn't happen. I'm going to think positive. And of course, just in case, the doctors a couple of weeks ago were right, this needs to be done in a timely manner, which scares me because nothing in the medical system is done in a timely manner. Thank you, Tony Handsome. Me too, bro. Yeah, just ignore those guys, Mark Thomas. You know what I mean? These are guys, again, that, they hate me for whatever reason. They're very, very jealous of me and envious and bitter. They do stuff like that because it's your mother and they know, they know that's a soft spot for any man. They talk shit. They say stuff like that. Guys, as you all know, I can't do anything without being called a scammer. Anything. If I went and ate dinner tonight with my mom at a restaurant and then came home and told you guys what a great meal it was, somebody would be trying to say that I'm scamming you to get the money back from the meal or something. I mean, there's no matter what I fucking do, no matter what I do. If I come home with a new microphone and I say, I just bought this very expensive microphone today, Tony Pizza will do 8 shows about how I was trying to get my microphone money back. You know what I'm saying? I said one time a couple of months ago that I need a new laptop. Remember? All I said was I need a new laptop because for how long now have I been complaining about this fucking MacBook piece of shit, and I've been talking about getting a new laptop, and he did show after show that I was raising money for a laptop. He just pulled it out of his ass, and a part of the reason, a big part of it, was just a few days or weeks before he was raising money for a new computer, and he took it and bought a fucking phone with it. You know what I mean? So, and trust me, a lot of this shit is projection. Tony Pizza, if you ever notice, every scam he's ever accused me of, he himself is guilty of. Every fucking scam. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, Brooklyn, I don't know why, but like I said, Monday we're going to go see her, and that question is going to be asked repeatedly. Mold Man. Yeah, Mold Man's coming after pizza. He's running from the mold. Could you imagine? Tony Pizza is mold. You know what I mean? Like if you were to take mold, okay, and form it into a shape like clay, if you were trying to actually build a person out of mold, it would come out looking like Tony Pizza. Look at his fucking face. His face looks like mold. His teeth are moldy. You know what I mean? He's got fucking, he's mutated. Okay, he's got fucking bat wings. All right, he's a victim of mold poisoning already. What's he worried about? How much worse can it get? How much worse? Actually, when I was looking for I was trying to see if I could find like a Mold-A-Man character online somewhere so I could put it in the thumbnail. And I found a guy, and this isn't funny. I found a guy who lost his fucking face because of mold. Look it up. They call him the man without a face. No bullshit. He died in like 2005. But this dude got this horrible infection in his sinuses. There was all this different mold in his house, and some construction workers, I guess, they were removing walls in the house, whatever the fuck they were doing. I don't know if there was going to be an add-on, if they were just trying to extend certain rooms. I don't fucking know. But I guess maybe if they hadn't have done that, I don't know if it would have been as serious. I don't know. But he was exposed to all this different mold in his home, and he got this, and this scared the shit out of me because he got this severe sinus infection that almost killed him. Okay, and when they, I guess, were doing whatever they have to do to fix it, operating or whatever, they found out that this infection had spread, and this mold itself, I guess, has spread to his optic nerves and all this other shit. And he had to have his fucking eyes and his nose and his upper jaw removed. And if you look at the picture of him, he really doesn't have a face. Okay? I'll show you. They gave him a prosthetic face, and then he died 2 weeks after. Isn't that always how it goes? You know what I mean? You go for years without a face. You get a brand new face. They give it to you right off the showroom floor. You put it on, and you fucking drop dead. You finally got a face after all that time. And now you're dead. What good's a face going to do you? I'm going to put in Mold Man face. There he is. That's him with his prosthetic face. But let me show you him without a face. There you go. That's him without a face. Sorry if I made you guys sick. I'm sorry. I believe it, Joe Bag of Donuts, of course. I wouldn't doubt it for a second. I don't like WellSpan. Told you that shit. Stick with Hershey. Huge. Yeah. Well, I told my mom, I said, not only, if this thing works, will it, buy you time and make you feel better, but we could finally get away from these doctors. You know what I mean? These fucking WellSpan York Hospital doctors. Get away from them. Because I have a feeling that the more and more I learn, the more I start to think maybe they're all a bunch of fucking quacks. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Mark Thomas, Soflo is stupid. He says on his shows he doesn't want to talk about you, but he talked about you over 5 times and just said the person I'm not talking about. Well, good. Stop talking about me and I'll stop talking about you. It's very, very simple. Another fat ball that... Oh, I read that. Sorry, I read it from my starred column and not from the fucking chat. Bambi, Gaslight, piece of shit clowns, all of them, they're much better. Not sure. Heart organ scaffolding? What are you fucking with me? Oh, Tom Shelby. Oh, that's your theory. FBS, you knew when mentioning your mom's condition, it would pull on people's heartstrings and they would make donations. I really don't think you are any different from Tony Pizza. Well, okay, then. There you go, Tom. You got me. Because guess what? For over 2 years now, I tell people everything that goes on in my life. Everything. Unless it's just obviously too private. Everything. So this is no different. So if you think that's to get donations, that's up to you. But again, Tom, I don't give a fuck. And apparently the people who donate don't give a fuck what you think either. Who cares? Who cares? And you could think I'm not any different from Tony Pizza, but let's start with some of the differences. Let's talk about this. Let's see. I always, since a very young age, helped my mother out. Tony, since a very young age, tried nothing but to take from his mother. I, from a very young age, at 21, I had my daughter, okay? And, we had my daughter. And I always raised her, provided for her, kept a roof over her head, supported her and her mother while also helping my mother decade after decade. I had some success in my life with a DJ business and stuff like that. Even when I was not working, I was supporting myself and my family in the street selling fucking drugs. Okay, but mostly I always worked a job and earned a living. I had my own business, all that different stuff. I never had to ask anybody for a fucking thing my whole life. Okay. And I take care of my responsibilities 1000%. I take care of my appearance. I take, can't say I take care of my health. I do now. I didn't then. Of course, I still smoke, so it's up to you. Uh, I have a class, morals. I have a belief system. I stand by the things I say. You have never caught me lying on here once, but you catch Tony Pizza lying, I don't know, at least significant lies, probably 10, 12 a week. Okay. Tony is the most crude, vile, repulsive individual on the face of the earth. I am exactly not that. Okay. Uh, I am married with a family. He's been alone since he was 16 because he chooses to be a homeless scumbag. Tony comes on here and tells you specific things he needs and is constantly doing fundraisers for money, which is, begging, literally begging. And then when he doesn't get the money, he throws a fucking fit or he just makes up a new lie to get the fucking money. Whereas I, for over 2 years now, have done nothing more but said, if you're enjoying the entertainment, please donate. Now, you're probably right. When I talk about my mom's condition, yeah, people probably donate when they wouldn't. Okay, but that has nothing to do with why I talk about it. I get donations anyway, Tom Shelby, you stupid motherfucker. How many times I got to show you my YouTube income before you finally accept the fact that no matter what I do each month, my income stays the same? The same. Do you understand that last month, for the last 7 days of the month, I barely did shows, and when I did, there was nothing regular, like regular mob tube shit. I talked about my mom. I cried like a little bitch, stuff like that. And although I lost money, I was only $200 under what the check before was. You get my point? Everybody tries to say I have to do this, this, and this for money. I make the money. That's it. And that's why you guys fucking hate me, because it doesn't matter. Guess what, Tom? If tomorrow I came on here and I started doing nothing but true crime, I would still make damn near what I make now. So, it's up to you if that's what you think, and maybe you're right, but it's not why I tell people shit. Why did I tell people, Tom, that I was in the psych ward? What? I don't even know. How many? 16, 17 years ago, whatever it was I pulling on their heartstrings for money? That's an embarrassing thing that, trust me, none of these other content creators would ever share with you. Why did I tell everybody about my years and years of drug and alcohol addiction? That's an embarrassing thing that I know I'm going to be trolled for and beat up on for. Why did I do that? Why do I tell people about my life, with my daughter and her mom, my custody agreement, all that different shit? Why have I told people about all, as soon as I came on here, before I made $1 on here, I told them about all of this, my addiction, the psych ward, my incarcerations, all different court cases, fucking, the different events in my life, my father, how I was raised, all of that. Why'd I do that? Would people be inclined to give me money because 17 years ago I was in the fucking psych ward? Of course not. It's a ridiculous fucking it's a ridiculous thought. Here's the thing, Tom. I share my life with my audience. That's why I am who I am on here, and nobody else can really catch up to me, because everybody else, no matter who they are, every single person, content creator on here, okay, they at least put in some effort to try to make themselves look perfect. They won't talk to you about problems. They won't talk to you about issues. They won't tell you about embarrassing things in their lives. And even if something comes out, even if it's not that bad, they will go out of their way to deny it. Okay? I'm the only fucking person who's open with everybody, and I tell them everything. So, yeah, guess what? When my mom passes, guess what, Tom? I'm going to come on here and tell everybody because that's a major life event. Will it cause a whole shitload of people to donate? Probably. And that's fine because if they want to donate because of that, it's up to them. Now, if I come on here and say, hey, guys, my mom just passed. Can I get about 10 grand to cover everything? You know, then you could come after me all fucking day. You know what I mean? And trust me, guys, I know everybody in here is saying, why are you explaining yourself? Why are you talking? Because it's entertaining. It's fun. That's why. It doesn't matter what Tom Shelby or the fake Tony Silo says. It doesn't matter at all. They've been doing it for over 2 years, and they haven't changed the thing yet. They haven't cost me a dime. They haven't caused any increase in my income whatsoever, whether it's cash or super chats or what the fuck. You know what I mean? Nothing they've said has affected my lifestyle negatively. My life has only gotten better progressively over the last fucking, however long it's been. I don't know, 2 years and 2 months, 3 months, whatever the fuck it's been. So no, it literally doesn't matter what they say. Now, Tom, when my audience starts feeling like I'm scamming them, I can promise you one thing: they won't be my audience anymore. So you have nothing to worry about, Tom. Nothing whatsoever. But Tom, because obviously you're a dick rider who watches me every day, that since my first day on YouTube, my first video, fuck live stream video, I have been open about my life. And I have yet to be caught in a single goddamn lie. Okay? So I guess I got a pretty good track record, huh, dickhead? Yes, I do. Of course, Bambi. Yeah, that's the way it always is. Yeah. I literally showed a custody agreement that proves that in 2007 I got equal custody of my daughter, which I don't give a fuck what anybody says. If you get equal custody of your child in America, especially back then, okay, you're a damn good father, period. There's no question about it, okay? Especially when you don't even have to fight for it. When the mother says, yeah, I agree, he should have 50-50 custody, right? So, I've shown that. And there's still going to be assholes saying I was a bad fucking father. And why? Because look at them. Look at their performances as parents, Doesn't matter what it is. And I said too, well, forget it. It don't even fucking matter. Pizza is more like a swamp thing versus mold man. Yeah. I'm gonna make a thing. Somebody will try to beat me to the punch now. I'm gonna make a fucking thumbnail with Tony Pizza as Mold Man or Mold Man chasing Tony Pizza. Ryan Morrison, $4.99. Love you lots. Oh, well, thank you. Love you too, sir. Thank you very much, bro. Bambi P, $5. Prayers down with the YT villains. Thank you, Bambi. Shit. Let me see. Pizza is a virgin. You're not. Big difference. Oh, that's another difference. Yeah. Absolutely, it is. There's so many. There's too many to fucking name. Too fucking many to name. So, but people, listen. They hate. They hate me. So anything bad they could say about me, that's what they're gonna say. That's it. And there's nothing worse you could say to somebody than you're just like Tony fucking Pizza. Except every single thing in my life, not just now, pretty much since I was a child, disproves your theory. Okay, I've never in my fucking life been anything like Tony Pizza. Never. Even now, when what was it, the night before last or something, I think I made like $30 on my live stream. It is what it is. But I don't come on here. You've never heard me come on here because money was slow and say, guys, I need this. Never, not once, ever. Remember they tried to say I did it with the water heater and then I directed everybody towards the video and nowhere in the video did I say I need money for a fucking water heater. Matter of fact, I made it very clear that we had it covered and we're going to have it the next morning installed. It doesn't, you'll never, ever, ever see me say I need this and raise money for it. It's never happened. It never will. Tony Pizza does it every 3 days. He's raising money for a second apartment now, even though there is no possibility of him moving out of the one he's in now. Okay, unless he's forced. Okay, and he's not being forced now. Trust me. What I was getting at earlier when I said I'll get to the reason for what he's doing now, it's very, very simple. Um, it's never enough for him. Okay, just getting, like I said last night, his expenses paid for, all of them, even. It's not enough. He wants more and he wants more and he wants more. Now, I saw Joey Dimes' video today where Pizza said in the video that he's going to be evicted, and it doesn't matter anyway because he don't have the rent money for Tuesday. You see? He even threw that in there. Right? He could either raise $300 for Tuesday, or he could say, even if I have the rent money, it doesn't matter. I need a whole new apartment because of this mold. I need a whole new apartment. That's going to cost way more than $300. And the other reason he's doing it is because I won't let up on him. And I make it clear every fucking time he does it that he constantly lies about needing the fucking rent. Okay? Even if you give him $5,000, well, we'll just be realistic at what has happened. We've seen him with $2,300 that he said part of that is for the entire month's rent. He's got it covered within that $2,300, whatever it is, $1,200. Okay? And then literally the next week, before rent day even comes, he's telling you, holy fuck. He's telling you he still needs the rent money for Tuesday. He still needs the rent money for Tuesday. Okay? Because he's a bullshit. So, people are catching on to that. They're seeing it now. So now he's got to change it up, So what you're going to start hearing this week, it's mold. Okay? Tuesday will come, and Joey Dime said this in his video, and he's right. Tuesday will come, and Tony will have an excuse for why he's still there. Oh, the mold wasn't as bad as we thought, or oh, they were able to remove it, or oh, blah, 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 blah. Or he'll stretch it out. He'll say, no, I still have to leave because of the mold, but it's not going to be this week. So all the money he raised up until Tuesday, he'll just pocket. And then guess what? A few days later, he's going to say, now it's next week I got to leave. I spent all that money. I need more money for a new apartment. Hold on, guys. Holy shit. That was my mom. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at Joey Dimes sent me a message. Am I supposed to show this, Joey Dimes? They actually sent me a mold man with Pizza's face on it. That's fucking great. I don't know if I'm supposed to show it or maybe I'll use it in a thumbnail. That's fantastic. But anyway, yeah, this is a much better scam because now instead of raising 300 every week, he could raise way more every week because every week for a while now, he's going to tell you, now it's time. Now the mold has just gotten too bad. Now they're serious. Now I really have to leave. Or he'll give up the mold thing on Tuesday. He'll still be in the apartment and he'll come up with something for next week, something different. It don't matter. You know what I mean? That he's full of shit. He's scamming you every step of the fucking way. It doesn't matter. I mean, I'm talking to the fucking wall basically here because his people, the ones that actually give him money, they don't give a fuck. I mean, it's become abundantly clear. Look at this shit. I don't know if you can see, but it's got Pizza's face on it. Thank you, whoever sent that to Joey Dimes, and thank you, Joey, too. Let's see. We will donate for any reason we want to. So just fuck off, scum. There you go. Fuck off, scum. Well said, Paul. Thank you, my friend. What the fuck was what? Oh, the mold man? That was Tony Pizza's mold man, of course. Holy shit. Let me see something. The other night on Angels, Moss from MMA Hole said Pizza looked like a Ninja Turtles character that crawled out of a sewer. He was referring to the Rat King. That's fucking funny. Oh, shit. Rusty needs a thunder buddy. Oh, my God. Rusty's in here running around like a nut. He's scared of the thunder. And fucking Peanut's out there running around like a nut. I should go check on Peanut. I don't trust that little fucker out there. Not outside, out in the fucking, you know what I mean? Outside of this room. Tony Ducks, I own properties and I rent them out. If there's a mold in them, I'm responsible to fix it. And I'm responsible for putting the tenant in a hotel or other accommodations. Exactly. There you go. He's full of shit, guy. Mold. The fuck out of here. It's this week's excuse, you know, for why he needs to raise even more fucking money. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And let me tell you something, too, guys. I got some news for you. I mean, well, I shouldn't say that. I was going to say that I don't think many of us on here, if any of us, other than Tony Pizza, can pull that shit. You know what I mean? Like I noticed one thing, right? If I am not getting money on a particular live stream, if I'm not making anything, and I ask 2-3 times, hey, if you're enjoying the entertainment, can you please donate? You know, when nothing comes, I realize that okay, they're just not able to donate, or they don't feel like it, or whatever the fuck, right? Um, Other content creators, you know, when they make money, they make money. Uh, with me specifically, like I said a minute ago, you know, even when I ask for it, if it's not there, I don't get it. Period. That's my point. And I've seen the other thing. I've seen the same thing with other content creators. If it's not there, they don't get it. Tony Peach is the only individual I've ever seen that can say, I need X amount of dollars, and it doesn't matter the amount. He will get it. We literally watched this man while he had a car, a vehicle that worked, that ran perfectly, and he had no problems with. We watched him come on here one night from his car and say, I just found an RV for $7,000 and I want it. Let's do a fundraiser. And that stupid bitch, Sandra Luciano, was like, we can do it, guys. Come on. Here's the first 10. And they just started throwing, they must have thrown $2,000-$3,000 at him that night. And what happened with the RV? Oh, it got sold. Of course, because you were never going to buy an RV. You're full of shit. You knew that they were so stupid that while you already have an operational vehicle, a vehicle that works, okay, they would still give you money for a goddamn RV. He knows it. He knows the stupidity level of his people. Hold on. Peanut's going ape shit. Hold on, guys. All right, he's crying outside the door, but I can't bring him in here because I have fucking mad sneakers on the floor. You know what I mean? And he eats those motherfuckers any chance he gets. He eats everything. If he can get his paws on it, he eats it. Peanut will poop. Better rein him in. LOL. You know, he does poop every now and then in the fucking house. He doesn't pee in here. He knows as soon as he goes outside, he'll pee. But every now and then, a little pile of peanut turds. It's like, motherfucker. So what else, guys? What do you want to talk about? We're in 54 fucking minutes here. What do you want to talk about? We can go on with the pizza thing forever. I mean, you know what? Let me. This is what I'll do. This is what I'll do because I enjoy. I know it's probably repetitive and maybe it gets boring. I don't know, but I love talking about that cocksucker when he's doing some scamming shit like this. Let's see. I want to look at Joey Dime's video again. Joey, I'm sure you won't matter. Or
Pizza
mine.
says-
And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to Joey Dimes, please do. Did somebody put Joey Dimes' link in the chat, please? Seriously, if you're not subscribed to him, you should be ashamed of yourself. This is the best pizza roaster on here. Okay. He went as far as to get a Tony Pizza mask, basically, and do a hilarious impression. He deserves all of your subscriptions.
Days to get out. That the laws are different in North
You
Carolina
don't have to
than
thank
other
me,
places.
Joey.
Now, he has a step because he doesn't have a lease. He said he has to leave. Now, I was rooming a apartment manager in 3 different buildings.
He was. I know that for a
in Atlantic
fact.
City.
Yep.
He has established residency. The police has been at his place plenty of times. So he's proven he has residency there. They would have to take him to tenant court to get him out. That would take a month and a half, 2 months to get him out. Now, if the black mold is true, they would have to move him to another residence or put him in a motel or whatever.
Great job with this, Joey.
So he is full of shit about this signing a lease thing.
He is.
Now, who wants to guess the black mold? He says he has to leave Tuesday. I guarantee you he'll come back with, well, the inspectors came in and they said this black mold is not the black mold that can harm you. It's the other black mold. So,
see, let me tell you something. Even that's a tell. He's got to leave by Tuesday. Now, I know Tony Pizza never had an apartment before. I know that. But let me tell you something. If the mold is bad enough, you're going to be moved out immediately. That's number one. And like Tony Ducks and Joey said, you're going to go to a hotel, something like that. All right? And the landlord is going to have to pay for it. I don't give a fuck if you have a lease or not, bro. I don't think you understand. Like, people understand. Like I don't know about North Carolina specifically, but the states are the same in most. The laws are the same in most states. Like, if I let somebody come live here for more than 30 days and they can prove they've been living here for more than 30 days, I cannot remove them. Now I will, because I don't give a fuck about a civil suit. But people who actually care about being sued, they won't remove them. They technically can't. Against the law, okay? Because you've lived there more than 30 days, squatters' rights, whatever the fuck it is. And then they have to go through the eviction process, which, as we know, can take from anywhere from a month to 3 months to even longer if you appeal a decision, all that shit, okay? So, that's that. Tuesday, my point is, isn't it funny that it's Tuesday? Because I know, like I said, Tony Pizza doesn't have an apartment, so he thinks like that they'd have to let you go till your rent's due again. Why would they? It's mold. It has nothing to do with your fucking rent. No. Now, he'll probably say, well, I found out on Tuesday. They gave me 7 days from Tuesday, so that's Tuesday. Bro, listen. What a coincidence, right? That it's rent day. What a coincidence that you have to move out because of mold on rent day. He's full of shit.
I'm allowed to stay.
They don't give a fuck. Like, if they tell you, 7 days from any day, if it's bad enough and they need you out in 7 days, which, like I said, if it's bad enough, they're going to get you out of there immediately. But it doesn't have to be, let's do 7 days from Tuesday, since you plan on paying your rent Tuesday. You know what I mean? It's going to be 7 days from whenever they find this shit out.
And they came in, they cleaned out the mold. The mold, it only took 2 hours. So we're good, guys. Start donating. Now, why haven't we seen him sell his TVs, his futon, and all that other shit that he has?
Yeah, exactly. Well, he'll say because he's trying to get another apartment, he needs it. He'll say he needs it. You know what I mean? Sorry, I got distracted by this fucking dog. Hold on. I wish somebody should be coming to get him. Hold on. All right. Put him in his playpen. And he's trying to get in here. Anyway, let me go back now because I lost my fucking train of thought.
Start donating.
Oh, about selling things. Yeah.
Now,
He'll say he needs the stuff because he's getting another apartment. Why would he sell it? But again, Tony Pizza's not getting another. Even if his story was true, there's no way, unless that fucking landlord of his has another apartment for him, no way on this fucking planet is he going to be able to get an apartment a second time. That was the luckiest fucking thing that ever happened to him, ever. It was luckier than getting on Netflix because you got nothing out of that. Right? So if this was true, listen, we've all been in tough spots from time to time. You do what you got to fucking do. I've had times where I had to sell shit that I fucking love. We all have. You know what I mean? Things that we want to hang on to more than anything in the world. But before you ask anybody for anything, you should sell every goddamn thing you have, if that's what it takes. You know what I'm saying? He ain't selling shit. He ain't worried about, why isn't he putting it in storage even? Why not? Well, it's just, let's see. Guys, this is what I want his audience to do. I will be proud of his bitch ass audience if they do this. On Sunday or Monday, ask him, give us a tour of the apartment. Let's see where all your shit is. Because I have a feeling he's going to pull that move again where he moves all his shit into one room and then tries to make you think the apartment's empty. Go take a walk around the whole apartment. Let's see where everything is. You know what I mean? And I guarantee you it's all exactly where it always was, or it's moved into some fucking room. A guy who's got to be out in 7 days is already making fucking plans. If he wants to keep his shit, he's putting it in storage somewhere. If he wants to sell it to have money for a possible another apartment or a possible another, that's not even a thing. For the possibility of getting another apartment, I'm trying to say, then he's already on it. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to sit around. When is he going to wait till Monday? He's full of shit. He knows he's not going any fucking where. Yeah. All of a sudden, right, Josie? Isn't that funny? If he was leaving, that TV would have been sold by now. Yes, Ethan Hunt. Let's see. Let me see something. I want to do something real quick.
hello?
Hey, before you say anything, I'm live and everybody can hear you. Is that all right?
Yes.
All right. There's some real scumbags on here, Ma, and they're trying to say that I'm lying about this situation.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you believe this bullshit? And one of them used to be my goddamn friend.
Uh-huh.
So, Ma, what were you told?
What?
What were you told 2 weeks ago?
I went to the doctor to check into a Watchman because I have bleeding under the skin, and he told me my heart was too weak, and he believed that within weeks my heart would completely fail. I wouldn't be able to breathe, and I would have to start looking into other things like hospice and stuff like that. So,
And they've been trying to push this LVAD on you for how long?
oh my gosh, for I would say 8 months, something like that.
I thought it was even longer, actually.
It could be a year. I mean, they wanted me to have it, and I refused. The first time I met someone who had it, and it seemed terrible to me, and so I refused it then.
Yeah. What were your thoughts when Kayla was giving us that little LVAD education?
Oh my God, I couldn't. It was overwhelming, number one, and suddenly a thought came into my head that, whenever I was meant to die, that's when I was going to die, whether I had that stupid LVAD or not. That's the way I believe. I believe it's, a date of birth and
date of death is already determined, and that's when it's going to be, no matter what. So.
And you didn't want to spend, you didn't want to take the chance with the surgery and then spend a year of misery recovering and have no quality of life and all that horse shit.
More than a year I would have to, prior to getting it, I would have to see every possible doctor there is, and have tests, and I had to be given a total clean bill of health. So 4 months before and a year after, it was, hell, and I didn't want to waste that time.
No, of course not.
So, that's, I don't know what possessed him to tell me that. He could have been a whole lot nicer. He could have, I said, he could have told me, hey, your heart is too weak and we can't do the Watchman, and I would have accepted that. But that rant he took, was like out of control and uncalled for. You didn't have to tell me all that.
But then Dr. Malik agreed with him.
That's what he said. He went to talk to him, and he came back and he said, Dr. Malik agrees with me. And he said, he gave you options. The only option he gave me was the LVAD, and I told him, don't ever mention that to me again. I don't want it. I won't have it. And so, they were not happy with that. Not at all.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he said. He agreed with him. And I didn't know how they determined. He didn't tell me how they determined all this, but I was stunned and overwhelmed, and I didn't even know what to say. So, and considering it was a good day, I felt good. I was having a good day. I don't have good days, all the time, but I was having a good day, and I felt okay. And to hear that was like just unbelievable. So.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
You went there just expecting to find out if you can get a device, and you got that news.
Yeah, like I said, he could have told me, hey, your heart is too weak right now. We can't do it. I was sort of expecting that because another doctor had said, we're not sure if you're eligible. And, I would have accepted that. Hey, I can't get it, period. I'll learn to live with blood, these spots all over my arms, my hands. But, that was cruel and inhuman.
It was.
Should have never said that.
Yeah. And a lot of these symptoms they based this shit on was because of that amiodarone you were taking, right?
Yeah, and then, other things like the loss of weight is taking Trulicity because of my diabetes. Loss of appetite is, I'm not sure if it's, from COVID. I don't have taste. Nothing tastes the same. Nothing, most things taste bland, or if it's something sharp, like lemon or orange, it's sharper, so I just lost my, I couldn't even think about, eating anything, because I didn't want to go through that, so, yeah.
Yeah. Well, so now, and I'm just, I'm obviously the audience is listening. The barostim thing. What were you told today?
What was I told today? Well, I did watch the video. It's a device that I guess fools the brain into thinking your heart is perfect. I think I understand that, right?
Yeah, I looked it up. There's something about a sensor. It sends a signal to the carotid artery. It's really an amazing thing.
Yeah, it's done on
It,
the collarbone, and it's connected to the carotid artery. Yeah, and I looked at the videos, and people have had it, and they feel wonderful, and they can walk and function. So
yeah.
yeah,
And this is all, whether or not you get it is based on what they say when they see you.
yes.
Yeah.
I have to be not. I can't be an end stage heart failure. So.
Well, see, I'm doing this right now too because the people that from my chat, people that have been with me forever, I've been describing this thing to them, and this is where we're at now. But it started out well. I mean, obviously, you've had this for. Can you tell everybody real quick, if you don't mind, when your heart failure? I'm sorry, not your heart failure. Your heart problems started.
Oh my goodness gracious. Let me see. Yeah, when I was a child, a teenager, I used to pass out a lot, and I went to my grandmother's heart doctor, and he said I was anemic. At the age of, well, when you were born, I had a C-section, and the day prior to the C-section, they gave me an EKG, some blood work and stuff, and the day you were born, I was in the hospital, and I noticed these nurses walking past the door, and they were looking in at me and whispering to each other, and I didn't know why. And a technician came in to change my bandage, and he said, "Do you know that you have an issue with your heart function?" And I said, "No, I had no idea." And I said, "What is it?" He said, I can't tell you. You have to wait for the doctor." So when the doctor came in, he told me that I was in what is called first degree heart block. My heart rate at the time was 52. So, I then proceeded to go to a regular cardiologist, and he did tests, and he was a man, and it was in the 70s. And, he called my husband with my results, not me. And, when I called up, my husband came home from work and said, "Well, this is what the doctor said." I said, "I have questions." And I called him the next day, this doctor, and I said, I have questions. He started screaming, and literally screaming at me, telling me he wasn't going to medicate me and make me a cardiac cripple. That's what he said. So, I left his, I thought what he said to me was, "I'll see you in a year," and gave me an appointment a year later. Just about a year later, it was July 4th weekend. Your father took off July 1st, and we had a long weekend, and we went to this mall we liked, far from home. It was in Staten Island. And on the way into the mall, I didn't feel good. It was strange. I felt, strange in my feet and my legs, and it felt like it was climbing, like it was getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And my husband found a security guard, and there happened to be a doctor's office attached to this mall. And we started walking, and I kept feeling this strange feeling, and I kept saying to myself, "I won't close my eyes. I won't close my eyes." And it worked its way all the way up. When it got to my nose, I felt it, and then my eyes, and I passed out. My heart rate was 27.
It's unbelievable.
So they took me to a Catholic hospital. Of course, right inside the door was a priest who gave me last rites. And I spent 10 days in intensive care, cardiac intensive care, people dying all around me. And, they gave me a pacemaker. That was my first pacemaker. That was, let me think, 85, probably. No, wait a minute. Yeah, that was 85. 84, 85. So, yeah. So, and then, I don't know, I didn't have any incidents of heart block again. One time I did. Pacemaker I had lasted me a very long time, like 21 years. And then in early 2000s, I think I had a heart attack. And from there was congestive heart failure.
And you somebody's being a smart ass in here. Could you just real quick answer this question? When did Dad leave?
90 was January of 95.
Okay. So I was about 15 years old.
Yeah, you are.
There you go, Nikki Bull, jerk off.
Yeah, you are. It was January 95. We would have been married 25 years in April of that year, but we split up in January. So anyway.
So you've had the heart failure since when exactly? What age?
I'm gonna say, what age? I was born in 52. It was started in 2001. So I don't know, what is that?
What would you have been? 50? You would have been about 50. 2000. You're 52, so 49 years old.
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
I was in and out of the hospital with it, and so.
And I tell everybody, I tell them that you can. The tricky part about this whole thing is that it doesn't make sense. You can function. You get up. You take a shower. You get dressed. You go out. You go to the store. You get what you need. You have trouble, of course. I carry your groceries and stuff and all that, but I mean, it takes you a lot to get up the stairs. There's no doubt about that. But,
yeah, well, I fear the stairs. I'm afraid, in November of 19, I slipped in the bathroom and broke my ankle in 2 places. So, the stairs just scare me. There's a turn in it. I look up at the stairs and I'm like, oh, I can't, I'll be out of breath before I get up there, and, I really fear falling.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but I mean, other than that, you're okay for the most part.
Yeah, I get up, I dress, I go. I come home tired, but I go.
That's what, I was, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Some days it's real good. I can take my supermarket cart and walk around Walmart, which is the perimeter of the Walmart is a mile all the way around.
It's enormous.
I believe a mile, they told me. So I don't often do the perimeter, but if I do have to, I take one of those electric carts, But
I told them on here, I said, all we got to do is get you a cart. You lean on the cart, you're fine when you walk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I do okay. I get in, I get out, I get my stuff. For the most part. From between my leg and my issues, I have great days and good days, So some days are really good. I feel good, and I get in the store without falling apart, and I get out the same. So, it's been, what could I say? I've been, in the hospital and procedures and tests and,
And you canceled the right heart cath, and that's why Tanya wants to talk to us Monday, right?
I'm sure, she wants to do this thing with the LVAD. She wants me to get the LVAD.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, they were so, they were, I can't believe how hard they tried to get me to agree to this thing, a year ago, 8-9 months ago, whatever it was. like I said, they made me meet someone who had one. And, all that I knew, and I looked at him, and he had, wires across his chest, and he was carrying a backpack, and he said, I have another big in the car to have to keep with me. Like, and I'm like, I'm not up for this. That was enough. And then, the little they told me about it, I didn't want any part of it. So they didn't like that. Not
of course
at all.
not. No, Don was right yesterday. It's the currency machine.
Of course, it's a money thing.
They want you to get that. They want you to get that.
Mm-hmm. They really want me to get that. Well, you talked to Tanya. How happy was she when she thought I wanted it?
Oh, she was thrilled. When I said, well, she'll get the LVAD now. She said, wait a minute, could you repeat that?
Mm-hmm.
She said, she'll get it? I said, yeah. And then, of course, we did the LVAD education and you decided against it.
Yeah. Yep. It's, it's a year, better than a year of your life that, I have to see doctors I never had to see before, psychiatry, oncology, gastroenterology, all these doctors, and I have to have a clean bill of health with every one of them. They have to make sure you don't have cancer. It's like, it's just too much. Yeah. And, that, and the thing about you can't take a shower for a year was just too much for me. That's not happening.
That's insane. About bird bath. Come on.
Bird. And when I have all this thing connected to me, how do I wash my hair? How am I gonna? I can't, bend over, kneel on the floor, and put my head under the faucet. That's not. I can't do that. You can't get wet, so. No,
it's not worth it. It would take your quality of life away.
Oh, that's it. I always said, I don't want to be an invalid. That's the last thing in the world I want to be. I'm not, through all this, I always said, I'm not going to act like I'm dying. And, I'm not going to sit still for this. I'm going to keep functioning as much as I possibly can. And that's it, I'm not going to act like I'm dying, because that's when you die, when you act like it. I don't sit still for it. I won't. I've been independent for too long to stop. So
absolutely, yeah, you shouldn't. And I told everybody, a while ago, you pretty much, after that LVAD thing, you accepted if the worst, happens, you've accepted it, right? You're okay with it.
That's exactly right. I told you. This voice in my head just said, it doesn't matter. You're going to die when you're supposed to die, and this thing is not going to change that. I could die midway through all of this crap, and I've wasted time, and I don't want to waste time and spend time in a hospital and doctors. And let me tell you something, though. I have diabetes. I went to an endocrinology appointment. This is outrageous. You know the story. When I went in, my blood pressure was really low, and normally they take it a second time. You sit a little while, they take it again. And they did. And it was still really low. I could barely stand up. I could barely stand up. I was hunched over, and, they proceeded to get me a wheelchair and take me out to my car and tell me to drive to urgent care because they could take an EKG. I shouldn't have been driving, but I made it to the urgent care. I managed to get in the door. I sat in a wheelchair and I called for help, and they called an ambulance and sent me to the hospital. My blood pressure came up, but at the time I had RSV also. So, but this is a kind of horrible. That was horrible. I never went back there again, ever. I won't. I can't believe that. The nurses, the doctor, come on. Nobody said, hey, let's call an ambulance, something. go to urgent care. And they helped me get in the car and go to urgent care.
Why didn't you call me then? I don't even remember this.
I don't know. It happened so fast. What was I going to do? Make you come and leave my car? And
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I would have been there in a heartbeat.
That's not me. I'm not leaving my car, man.
Brooklyn lady, Brooklyn, born and raised. You see, this is see,
Yeah.
I want to read you the comments from some of the people in here in a minute. They're very nice comments. People are sending prayers and kind words and stuff.
Everybody, that is, I'm overwhelmed. I can't. That's so wonderful.
Yeah. Remember, I played your stand-up guy's show where he said, he opened his show by saying, asking everybody to pray for you and stuff.
I know prayers help, and I truly believe in prayer. So
some people.
Thank everybody so very, very much from the bottom of my heart. My weak heart.
My weak heart. Yeah. Yeah. It's I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's amazing how I try to tell people, like, I heard you cry the day you got the news and not since. Your spirits, you lift my spirits. You make me feel better. It's unbelievable how strong you are, how tough you are.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
She doesn't.
Nope.
She doesn't break.
If it happens, it happens, and that's the way it was meant to be. That's all. I just, pray I go to a better place. That's all.
Yeah.
Like your daughter used to say when she was little. She used to say, "So if we die, we're just going to move to a different place, right?"
Yeah.
That was her. That's out of a child's mind. If the world ended and we died, we're just going to move to a different place, right?
Let me ask you something, Ma. Was I a good father?
Oh yes, very good.
I always took care of Katira and Steph and everybody.
Yeah.
I always made a living for myself and did okay.
Yeah.
Did I have a DJ business at one point, Ma?
Yes, you did.
Where was my first place? You remember my first place I DJ'd? Richie got me the gig.
Oh my God, you were first place. Was that in the club in New York? No, that wasn't the under 21 club. I don't remember the name.
The Cobblestones, the first one.
Oh, Cobblestone. Oh yes, I used to go there.
Yeah, my mom would go there and watch me DJ. Remember?
Yes,
Remember Aunt Debbie and Robert? No, not Robert. You and Aunt Debbie, I think. She was here from Bensonhurst, and you guys, you guys came in and watched me DJ. Remember? Then I DJ'd in Harrisburg for about 18 months. Huh?
Yeah. Harrisburg, and then in New York. 2 places in New York.
When I came back, I was at Bahama Mama, and then across the street at Ice Nightclub. Remember? That was the under 21 nightclub they were trying out. Yeah. I did good, right? I made a lot of money.
Yes, you did. And you worked during the day in
Alton House Catering.
Yeah, for the senior meals that would go out the door and be delivered.
The meal, well, yeah, we did the catering, but we did the Meals on Wheels too. I would drive the van, and yeah. Was I a little bit of a nut, Ma, on the street? Did I ever do anything crazy?
A little bit. Could you up that a little bit? A lot.
Don, she tells Don yesterday he was running around armed.
And telling me the police are following me, and I would go out and try to find him, and I couldn't find him anywhere. Yeah. And then he would call me, "Well, I'm here," and I would go there, and he's not there.
On the run. Yeah. Listen, I'm glad we got to do this because, as I'm sitting here doing the show, these jerk-offs are coming in the chat. Oh, you're a liar. Your mother's fine, blah, blah, blah. So I thought, you know what? Let me just call her because I know you. I know you'll be open to be talking about it. Or I'm sorry, open to I know you'll be open to talking about it.
Yeah. For years, when we moved here, I never, would let people know my situation, but I wasn't, I was still in that 21-year period, my first pacemaker. So, I didn't ever let people know. I didn't want people to know. I didn't want people to look at me like, different, like you're sick. I don't like people feeling sorry for me. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. So, I would not tell anyone. And then, eventually,
Well,
when I had to be hospitalized, I I'm a Make-A-Wish volunteer. I've been a Make-A-Wish volunteer for 20 years. At one point, I had a wish child, and we were supposed to go to that wish child's house that day, that evening, to bring you bring them all their paperwork and their tickets and everything. The child was going to Disney, and you bring them a check and all that. I'm in the hospital with a heart attack, and I had to call them. I called them and said, "Look, you got to get somebody else to go," and because I can't make it. I'm in the hospital, and they were in shock. Like, you had a heart attack, and you're calling us to tell us that you can't make. I said, "Of course, somebody's got to go there." We had to go in pairs.
She's worried about the Make-A-Wish kid. She's having a heart attack.
Yeah, we had to go in pairs. And I called them and said, "Look, I can't go. You gotta, get somebody else to go for me, because I can't make it. But this child has got to get their check in there, And we always went with goodies for them, like a cake and something to celebrate. They were going off, and it was wonderful.
I was in York County Prison.
Oh, yeah, for a time, yes.
No. When you had the heart attack.
Yeah, I know.
Remember? Mm-hmm. Because Malpass let me use the phone, actually, and call the hospital to check on you.
I had two. I had 2 heart attacks. And then the doctor performed a heart catheter, and I needed stents. And he put 5 stents in one artery. This doctor is still, I don't know, he's up in his 90s. He still works, and he wanders the hall of the cardiac building there where we go. He walks the halls. He somehow figured out that, how to put 5 stents in one artery. So I have a total of 7, and I have 5 stents in one artery. So he was, amazing. He was amazing. He was an amazing doctor. And he's still going strong.
Yeah.
Like I say, he's got to be up there in his late 80s, early 90s.
You've been through a lot. We're some tough people. There's no doubt about it. Me, you, and Brian were just talking about this.
That's what I said. We are tough son of a bitches, forgive me. But we are. We have been through it, and we've survived. It wasn't meant for us to be gone. Not yet. Between you and your brother and me, somehow, we are tough as nails.
Yeah, we are. Let me read you some comments, Ma, because I think you want to hear what these people are saying, and they're leaving very nice comments here. You have no idea, Ma, how many people you have behind you supporting us and thinking of you, and it's very, very. It's a beautiful thing, Ma. It really is.
I know. I never in the world would imagine that.
Me neither. Trust me. Let's see. Tony Duck said you could hear the Brooklyn in her voice.
Oh, I never wanted to lose my Brooklyn accent. Never. I'm proud of it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I didn't ever want to lose it.
Yeah, and I don't blame you. Everybody wants to hang on to it. Everybody.
I'm Brooklynese. That's it.
Yeah. Dixie Lee Ranch said, "Love and abundant prayers for hope."
Oh, thank you so very much.
Let's see here. If anybody wants to leave a comment for my mom, I will read them to her now. Let's see. Miss Can't Be Wrong said, FBS, your mother sounds like a total sweetheart. Thank you for bringing her on.
Oh my God, now I'm going to cry.
Don't do that, please. If you cry, I'm going to cry. I don't need that shit. Every fucking day I'm on here crying like a little bitch, ma. I'm not doing well, ma.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's just, it was a total and complete shock, and if someone has cancer, it's coming. You prepare yourself. But this was like, what? Can't happen like this. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Boy, I'd like to take that doctor and poke his eyes out.
Yeah, I'd like to do a couple things to him myself. Della's my name said, your mom is a strong lady, brother. Bless her.
Thank you.
Walt Liquor said, "Hang in there. We are all pulling for you." I'm sorry, I can't talk.
Thank you.
Don't cry, ma.
Okay.
I'll come up there and kick your ass. Don't cry.
No, don't. You can't do that.
Edward,
I don't want my ass to hurt. I needed to sit down in the chair.
You don't want your ass to hurt?
No.
Edward Everett said, your mom is a sweetheart, FBS.
Thank you.
Hold on. Mr. Bill said, as terrible the situation, it sounds by the way she is speaking, it's good for her to talk about everything. Prayers sent her way. Stay strong and positive, Chris.
Yeah.
It's got to help talking about it to an extent.
Yeah, it does. It does. I live with this, and I go to these doctors, and especially the one doctor, she's become like, and she was prior to the mention of the LVAD, gloom and doom. She would tell me terrible things, and
Yeah, she told me I had 2 years to live, the bitch.
And I used to say to her, well, somewhere there must be an expiration date stamped on me. Tell me what it is, because I don't see it. Is it on the bottom of my foot? And she would say, no, you don't have an expiration date.
Yeah, of course not. Miss Can't Be Wrong said, FBS, your mother is a very strong lady. I admire her.
Thank you.
Stand up guy said, she sounds so young. God bless her. Please tell her she remains in my prayers.
Oh, thank everyone so very much. I can't. I'm just. Yeah.
It's a wonderful thing we have here, Ma. Got a lot of people pulling for us.
Well, that's so wonderful. Thank you. I never ever thought of that. I used to admire people who want prayer chains. I hear about these prayer chains. Where someone in somebody's family gets ill, and then they tell this prayer, and then everybody in the prayer chain prays for them. And I used to think, wow, that's wonderful. Never expected that kind of thing from me.
Oh, you got more than a prayer chain. There's a lot of people that hate my fucking guts, Ma, coming in here praying for you. It's a beautiful thing.
I don't know why they hate you. That's not right.
Listen, well, I hate them too, so it's all right.
I told you you're a good man, Charlie Brown.
I do my best, Ma. Joey Knish, did I read this one? I'm sorry, Mom, my memory. My memory is terrible. God bless your mom, FBS. She sounds like such a beautiful person.
Thank you.
Oh, my God. Ethan Hunt said, Ma, no shower for a year. Tony Pizza is a prime candidate. YZ said, I'm sorry, man. I wish your mom's nothing but good health. Keep her happy and busy, bro. Thank you, YZ.
Thank you.
That's Faxby, who is a friend of mine without a doubt. So, well, they're all friends of mine, but I speak to That's Faxby more often than some. He said, she's a fighter. We all love her.
Okay, thank you.
You all right?
Yeah, okay.
JD Hope said, what a beautiful woman. She's amazing.
Aww.
Amateur historian said, FBS, thank you for allowing us to hear from Mama Hope. She's a treasure.
Hey, I exist for real. You didn't make me up. I exist for real.
Yeah, Joe C said, "Mama FBS is hashtag Brooklyn."
That's me.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
love Brooklyn.
Where were you born, Ma? Tell them.
I was born on Irving Avenue. I think no, I can't say that. I lived on Irving Avenue in my really young years, but I think I was born on Hegeman Avenue. And that was, I think, Brooklyn. I'm not sure. At one point I think they moved the dividing line and made it Ridgewood. I'm not sure, but I was on Irving Avenue. And then I moved to Menahan Street by St. Barbara's Church. And then I lived on Seneca Avenue, and that was Ridgewood.
Yeah.
That was for sure Ridgewood. So, yeah.
Listen, Joe C said, "Mama FBS is Brooklyn strong." Yeah, I think. Let me see. Maybe I'll read a couple of more. Nice to see. Joey Kanish said, "Nice to see the relationship you have with your mom. Good stuff."
Oh,
Me and my mom were always extremely close. Always. We had each other. That's what we had. Always.
yeah. And for a lot of time, for a long time.
Yeah. Let me see what else. Edward Everett said, "FBS, God bless your mom. She sounds like a sweetheart."
Thank you, everybody. Please.
Oh, I do every day. Miss Can't Be Wrong said you raised a wonderful son. I just wanted to highlight that message and point that out. So
I certainly did.
Sally sent $10 and said, hashtag hope for hope. Your mom is amazing.
I don't know about amazing.
Stand up guy said, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just said thank you.
Stand up guy said, please tell her to get better. These rosaries are getting very tiring. Oh, he's praying so much for you.
Thank you. I'll do my best. Hopefully this thing is going to work.
I hope. Oh my God.
Yeah. That's what I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this thing works and I'm allowed to get it. It will be nice because, what kills me? I grew up in Brooklyn. We didn't have a car. We walked and took the bus. And now, I can't walk a half a block. And that bothers me because, I was always used to walking. I would always walk all the time.
Yeah, and that's the thing about this Barostim is it doesn't just keep you alive. It actually, it takes some of the symptoms away. It improves your heart function. So you'll actually function like you did before, at least before the heart failure got so bad. I don't know if you'll function like you did before you were diagnosed with congestive heart failure, but before it got so bad.
Right.
So we could do things again. We could take you places. You could walk. You could have fun. We'd go back to Brooklyn. We could, all that stuff. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Be home. I'm very anxious to go to an Italian bakery.
It's been a long time. Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
I don't know Mona Lisa. I don't know. It's not like it was.
Well, somehow,
when we were at Aunt Debbie's on 16th Avenue, huh?
And somehow, somewhere, we'll find an Italian bakery. I want the Italian bread and the cookies and.
You watch out, Ma. These people start sending you Italian bread and Italian cookies. That's Fax B said, you have a whole family here and we love you like our own mothers.
Thank you.
I'm only going to read a couple more because I don't want to hear you cry. Haunted Ghost Tube Dana said, prayers to you and your mom. She sounds like a very strong woman. You should be proud of your son. You guys have an amazing community behind you both. And Dell is my name. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm so used to running through these comments. I don't mean to cut you off. Dell is my name. Said best guest you have had in a long while. FBS super inspirational.
Thank you so very, very much, everyone.
Yeah. I thank them every day. This stuff means the world to me. Mr. Huh?
Please do that.
No, I will. Mr. Bill sent 1999 and said, flowers for Ma. Chris, please.
Oh,
What did I get you yesterday?
well, lots of flowers. I love them.
And what else?
What?
What else?
What else?
I got you the flower arrangement, and what else?
Yeah, and roses.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, it's long stem roses. I love roses. That's my favorite.
Yeah. Timothy Sullivan says, Chris, I believe in the power of prayer. I was going to tell you I would light a candle at Mass, but I'll have Father Walsh include your mom in the prayer list during the service. Stay strong, Mrs. FBS.
Oh, my gosh.
That's incredible, Timothy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And here's...
I know I'll be okay.
Huh?
Now I know I'm going to be okay.
You'll be okay, Ma. I will insist on it. I won't settle for less.
Okay.
I won't have it any other way, I should say.
Mm.
Common Sense, one of my closest friends here, says, it's great to hear your mother on the show, and I wish she came on sooner because I think this is really nice and heartwarming hearing her and you reflect and appreciate your both. Thank you, Common Sense, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't, like I said, I wasn't going to do this, but it's like, you know what? Might as well. Huh?
You're killing me.
I'm sorry. It's not upsetting you, is it?
No, I'm okay.
It's just nice to hear.
I'm overwhelmed. This is like more than I ever imagined in my life.
Yeah, I know. It's a great thing. Joe C. said, bring her to Bensonhurst, Villa Bate, Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa was our place, bro. That's where every single time when we were visiting my aunt and uncle on 16th Avenue, we never left without going to Mona Lisa and getting, all time. We would bring back tons of stuff, bring back bread and freeze it, everything. Yeah, it's Oh, Mona Lisa closed. He said, okay. Well, I know the one on 86th closed, right? But there was, when me and Shannon were there a few years ago, there was another one. I forget where it was, but it was very, very small. It was nothing like the Mona Lisa on 86th. I don't know. And it was, we couldn't get in there anyway. It was closed for the day. But Bear Pushy said, Mama FBS, your family is in my family's prayers.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Timothy Sullivan said, it's just awesome them. I'm sorry. It's just awesome. They enjoy each other's company. She's funny, bro. Oh, my mom is a trip. You have no idea. My mom. Who were you talking about yesterday on the phone where you said, was it Kayla from the fucking LVAD education where you said, or somebody, you said, fuck you to? Who was it? I don't remember. Who was it you wanted to tell fuck you to?
I wanted to tell this doctor. Oh my God, all of them. And your brother said, I want to go to those doctors and tell them all you.
I'd like to choke each and every one of them. I'd like to. I'm not happy with these doctors. I'm telling you, when we see Tanya Monday, it's going to be a fucking mess. I'm not going to react well when she tells us why she has not filled us in about this barostim. I'm not going to react well.
Yeah, that's not. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I think I had faith in these doctors. Like I told you, I've always had a hard time finding doctors, that were not quacks. I've been to a lot of quacks in my life, a lot. I trusted them. But, when it comes to, I've learned, and I'm sure we all know, when it comes to the dollars, when it comes to the bucks, all that nice stuff goes out the window. All that kid suddenly caring, goes out the window. They don't really care.
No, we're all customers. It's a business.
And,
They want a turnover. They want us, that's what it is. It's bullshit. They want to get you in and out of the office so they can bring the next person in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your father used to say that when I was pregnant. Yeah, that's like cattle. The doctor just wants you in and out, in and out, in and out. He said, I watch people go in and out, like cattle.
Yep. Jamie P sent £5. He said, "What's up, FBS? My thoughts go out to you and your mom, bro."
Thank you.
And I'll just read a couple more because we're almost at the end here. Real deal. This is a very nice man, a vet. He said, "God bless your mom. I totally understand exactly what she is going through. I have CHF. I have had anemia my whole life. Plus, tell your mom I pray for her every night."
Thank you, and I will pray for you. I will pray for you also. What is his name? He's a vet?
Yeah, his name, he goes by Tommy Real Deal. Yeah, if I'm correct, he's a war vet. Is that right? Real Deal? I believe so. He's a good man.
I have such a deep respect for, I can't, that's a, whole nother thing. I'm from the Vietnam area and watched friends just have no choice.
From the Vietnam era. It sounded like you said area.
What?
Don't get people confused. From the Vietnam era, you said, right?
Yeah, from Vietnam, yeah. I watched friends just be forced to go. They weren't volunteering or, it wasn't their choice. They had no choice, and they, to me, they were so young, and I can't imagine. I can't imagine how they come home and have to, after what they've been through, what they've seen, what they've done, how they come home and have to act like, life is normal. How they go back to that, I can't. I just can't. I don't mean to go off.
No. I know you have a very deep respect for the military and our vets, as I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Ma, listen, I don't want to keep you on forever. I don't want to, this was good. I got to interview my mother to an extent. This is fantastic. This actually made my day, Ma. You have no idea how happy I am about that.
Oh, good, sweetheart.
I try to, like I know these scumbags. They'll be, oh my God, look at the language he uses with his mother. They don't understand. We were always like best friends. It's not.
Heck yeah.
Always best friends. So it's not.
And maybe someday when I have my makeup on, I'll show my face.
That would be nice. People would love to see you, without a doubt.
I've been wearing makeup since I'm 12, and I won't change no matter how old I get.
She won't, Brooklyn through and through. She won't go to the gas station without putting makeup on and everything. She won't. She won't do it. Jamie P sent £20 and said another 20 for some flowers for Mom. Holy shit, you're gonna have a lot of flowers.
Oh my God.
Joe Bag of Donuts said we're all thank you, Jamie P. Joe Bag of Donuts said we're all pulling for your mom, bro.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, this was great. All right, Ma. Well, listen, I'll see you in a little bit. I'm going to go out after the show for a little. If you need anything, let me know. And thank you for coming on and doing this. I appreciate it very much.
Okay, honey. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so very, very, very much. Thank you. All right, sweetheart.
All right, I'll see you soon. I love you.
Love you too, honey. Bye-bye.
There you go, guys. Edward Everett, you have no idea. I agree with you 100%. That was the most important interview I ever did, and I will make sure that I download this show immediately so nothing could ever, so I can't lose it, and I'll have this forever. So that means the world to me, because God forbid something does happen. You guys got to hear from her, and I'll have this forever to give to my daughter, and she can pass it down. That means a lot to me. I'm very, very happy about this. And thank you guys for all your kindness to her and your prayers. It means the world to me and her. You have no idea. This is a serious situation. These fucking people who, they want to talk this shit and all that. Whatever it is, they don't have in them. They don't have the ability to see that whether you hate me or love me or whatever the fuck else it is. I'm a guy who is losing my mother. And it's not me you should feel bad for. It's her. And when you talk shit about her or you call me a liar, you're disrespecting her, not just me. I don't know what the fuck makes people the way they are. Some of these people I see, especially people like I said that I was friends with at one time. You know, um, to be able to know a guy is losing his mother, and not only do you kick him while he's down, but you kick her too. I don't care what you do to me. And listen, it don't matter. This is not. I don't give a fuck what you do. To be honest, it's just that's the type of shit that goes through my head because I couldn't do it to someone. But there you go. I mean, you see what kind of lady she is. She's an absolute sweetheart. Never has a bad word to say about anybody except for maybe these doctors. And all we want to do is um, keep her around as long as possible. And my mom, trust me, although she's willing to accept, if death is the ultimate outcome and there's nothing we could do to help it. Uh, I know that if she could get something like this Barristan, where she doesn't have to go through all this type of shit you'd have to go through at the LVAD, she wants to live. She wants to live. She does. So, that's how I talk with my mother, not to my mother. There's a big difference. Oh, yeah, a big difference. Yeah, absolutely. Itty bitty Nita, she'll have flowers from me when Cash App fixes its glitch. Didn't know it was down before I sent. It's all good. Itty bitty Nita, thank you so much. It's very sweet of you. I might have missed. I should have looked at my phone. If anybody sent any donations with any messages for her, I promise I will get them to her. Let me check. It doesn't appear in Cash App. Let me see. Thank you guys for doing everything you did today. And every day since this whole thing started. Uh, this is very nice. I don't know if he wants me to say who it's from, but somebody just sent me $35, and said, "Hey, Christopher, I know now where you get your intelligence from, strength, wisdom, and courage from Mom. Beautiful voice. Love always. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you. I would shout you out, but I don't know if you want me to. So I don't want to make a mistake. I don't think you'd care, especially with this. But yeah, I don't think you'd care. This is from Ritzy. I'm always leery. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what people. So thank you, man. I appreciate that more than you know. Um, Thanks, Jamie P. D. Gainey, thank you. Thank you. I agree. This was something I never thought I'd get to do. You guys have no idea. I don't care if I sound corny, cheesy. I never thought I'd have something like I have. The ability to do this, make a living at it, have all you guys I consider friends and family, always supporting me, having my back, being there for me and Shanna and my family. And now, my mom gets to hear, rather than just hearing it from me, she gets to hear you guys, what you guys are. Uh, what you guys are saying about her and for her, the prayers you're sending, the kind words, the well wishes, all that stuff. She gets to hear it. live while it's happening. It means the world to me. So I never thought I'd have something like this. I'm honored by it. I didn't. This can't be wrong. I didn't get anything yet. I don't know if it's my Cash App. Yeah, I didn't get anything yet. I guess Real Deal sent something. It just didn't come through yet. I'm going to stay on for a few minutes, so hopefully it'll come through. But if for some reason I don't catch it, I'll shout you out tonight and thank you, Real Deal. Thank you. Did I read this one, guys? I'm sorry. I'm a little thrown off now. I didn't expect this. Jamie P, 20 pounds, another 20 for some flowers for mom. I'm pretty sure I read that. I just want to make sure because I have the starred column and then I have the chat. Brooklyn Blaze 1. I used to listen to you a lot more, but I don't have much time these days. Sorry to hear about your mom. Prayers. Thank you, bro. Thank you very much. Maybe it's down, itty bitty nitta. Maybe it is down because I'm not getting real deals either. Great. Just what I need. I think it is down, motherfucker. Well, thank you guys for trying anyway if it doesn't work. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Basically, there's nothing on Cash App's Twitter, so I don't know. That sucks. Oh, guys. She's going to turn this into the Mama Sicilian show and have you on as a guest. That would be great. That would be great. Listen, my mother would be a better host than me. She's a trip. She is an absolute trip. She is. She cracks me up. And she keeps me, through this whole time, she has kept me cheered up, even when I'm at my lowest and I'm feeling horrible and you guys see me on here crying and stuff. I could go upstairs and talk to her for a few minutes and it's like everything's okay. She makes me feel that way. Oh, Cash App is down today. Fucking great. Fantastic. Well, thank you guys anyway. Son of a bitch. Yeah, Real Deal. Thank you. I'm glad you guys got to hear her. Listen. I've been thinking about doing this, and I was very leery about it because of these scumbags and shit. And I didn't know when or if I was going to do it, but I'm glad I got to it. It turned out well. Somebody said earlier, where was it, that this is a checkmate to all the haters or something. I think I missed it. I saw it, but I don't think I pulled it up on the screen. Yeah, listen, I don't care that much about that. Yeah, I care about you guys getting to hear my mom and her getting to hear from you guys directly, and you guys getting to hear a conversation between us, and I just care about her being okay. I just want her to be okay. But yeah, this is another example, guys. That's why I threw in some questions here and there. I don't lie to you. I'm sorry. For all the people that wish I was a big fucking liar, I don't lie to you. Some dickhead came in here and said, I thought your father ran away. What have I been fucking telling you forever? 15 years old. What'd she say? 95. Blow me. Okay, DJ career, everything else. You're fucking, these people grasping at straws. They want to hurt me so bad. When are you going to learn? Every piece of dirt that there is on me, I've already shown it all to you. You're never going to find any. And as far as lying, as many people are are watching me and having me under a microscope every fucking day. Even if I was somebody who lies regularly, I wouldn't do it because I know I'd get caught. I don't lie to you. Every fucking thing she said, compare it to every single thing I've been telling you over the last 2 weeks or so. I don't lie. I don't add to anything. I don't take away from anything. This is the situation. This is the situation. It's a horrible one. Okay, but maybe I'm fooling myself. Maybe she is in the end stage, but this is hope for now. We have hope, with this Barristan thing until we find out otherwise. And I talked to my mom about it earlier today, and I said, don't get your hopes up too much. I don't want you to be devastated if it doesn't work out. And I asked her again, are you okay? Have you accepted, what'll happen if this isn't an option? And are you okay with what's coming? And she said she's at peace with it. So I'm not at peace with it, but it makes me feel a little bit better that she is. So that's that. FBS, where she heard all the response from MobTube people. What do you mean? I mean, her just being on here and me reading the comments to her. She got to hear the stuff directly rather than me just telling her about it and relaying messages and stuff. Hope for hope. That's right, Miss Can't Be Wrong. I wish everybody would push that. I wish every content creator would put hashtag hope for hope on their, what do you call it? The little runner, the ticker, whatever the fuck it's called. This thing. I wish everybody would. It would be nice. Mean a lot to me and her. Anyway, guys, that's it. I feel like... waiting to complete. Let me check, because Jesse Roth said check my email for Cash App. Now I got to remember, is my Cash App... My Cash App is with my other email address, so let me check. And I didn't get any emails yet, so hopefully they'll go through, and I will reply to them, and I will shout you guys out later. Thank you if you sent anything. If Cash App's down and you do want to donate, there's Venmo if you have it, or PayPal, but I appreciate you guys. Anyway, that's it, guys. I'm going to go. I'm going to go before I fuck everything up, because I think this was a great show, and I don't want to drag it out too long. So thank you guys for everything from the bottom of my heart. Thank you from my beautiful mother and my family. I will be back on tonight at some point because I got to make money. Until then, I'm going to go out, try to enjoy myself, see if my mom wants to go to dinner or something, right? I love you all, and until next time, salute.